Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're zooming in and focusing in on a great viewer question we got in, and that is, does the psychopath know that they are hurting me? Are they aware of what they're doing? Are they doing this intentionally or deliberately? And my answer for you is unequivocally, without a doubt, yes. A psychopath is aware that they are quote unquote different, that they are set apart from the herd, if you will, that they have a different outlook on life when really in their teenage years they begin to look around and see that others engage with others in a very different way. They see that others hold hands, that they smile, they laugh, they have reactions to life events that show caring, concern, love, respect, admiration, a lot of these abstract sort of emotions or feelings that make you feel human or who you are. And they realize that they don't have this. They don't experience this. So they become to feel like outsiders where they observe and they are able to really assess out and size people up and see really what their vulnerabilities are, their weaknesses are, their sensitivities. And furthermore, they're able to use this to endear themselves to others. So when I say endearing, they will begin to really sort of scope, or what is known in the psychological community as love bomb others or connect with others in a very sort of systematic, patterned way, which they do not feel, but they will act as if. And act as if meaning that they will put on a show that they are happy, interested, smart, understand something from an internal level when they don't. They're able to sort of mimic or just sort of project out what this person is experiencing, feeling, or observing, through life, music, whatever the subject is, chemistry, history, social studies, English, gym, they don't have the same engagement or really look upon life as a whole as others, because based on the neurological networks that wire and fire in the brain, they do not have a conscience. They do not have empathy. The neural centers that are responsible for this in their brain are extremely inactive and really sort of not, withered. It does not engage. They don't engage with a conscience, which is the sense of right or wrong. In the, right or wrong morality then springs forth into a whole host of other experiences in life, which means caring for life, working for the greater good, working for organizational structures that are beneficial and, productive, and based on human contribution and the contribution and input of others that is valued. They do not engage with life in relationships. So in that same manner. So when it comes to understanding that and that sort of lack of connection or value, and being able to connect with value the way that others do, this is not a part of their being. So they really look at others as a sort of predatory nature with which they can then manipulate others to get what they want. They will look at others' vulnerabilities. They'll see what you love. You might have a love of politics or nature or fitness or love. I mean, you might have a vulnerability for love or holding hands or having affection, having a relationship, going out to dinner, going out to plays, just how you love life. And so they will be able to mimic this and then set forth the message that I am just like you. So they'll try to very early in the relationship, they will try to send forth that message, either that, I am just like you, I am vulnerable just like you, I am sensitive just like you, I love nature just like you, I love children just like you, I love this political regime just like you, I love this business just like you, I love life just like you. So they'll make you feel this sort of common, endearing experience. I am confused just like you. I don't know what to do just like you, so let's bond up. I mean, so that's how they get in, and then they're able to then push buttons, emotionally manipulate, and then sort of get into the psyche to then furthermore change the neural network of the person with which they're trying to target, and not in an empowering way, which means in your best interest, acting of your own accord in a self-governing, cognitive congruence manner, which means having your brain work congruently for your best interest and productive and for the best of life, and really intrinsically what is good for you and sustainable. They will do it in a manner where they're then able to take over the helm within another person. And when I say take over the helm, I mean really sort of rewire the emotional connection with which they have with people, places, and things. And not so that that person is in control, but so that the psychopath is in control. So they break people down, and then furthermore break the emotional connection with which they have to people, places, and things. So life, so your connection to others, your family, your friends, your business, your profession, your health, etc. Everything becomes then chaotic and then reorganized according to the psychopath's needs and specifications. So if they need, your attention, they will then rewire your brain formatting, your needs. They will, basically break apart that orientation and then have it reorientated according to their needs. If they need a place to live, if they need sex, if they need money, if they need contacts, if they need business contacts, if they need, business information, they will then find a way to then receive this in their life. They will then use it as a way to further their life, goals, whatever that might be. It might be, just dismantling the organization. It is important to understand that the psychopath works to destroy. And that is a strong word. And those of you who have been in a relationship, you can put a comment in here, I get it. And that will be enough, because it's very, very sad and something that a lot of people are so terrorized and ashamed of that they oftentimes are just resourceless. They're at the brink of reality. I mean, they cannot operate. They feel so psychologically worn out through the gaslighting, the brainwashing, and then that sort of mind control. And it becomes very important for you then to say, wow, okay, this has happened. I am away from this person immediately. And so if you get it, we are here to provide a resource and support for you in that circumstance. And it is horrible. It's horrible if it's in a business. It's horrible if it's in a family. It's horrible if it's in, a community. It's horrible if it's your neighbor. But it is a deliberate and calculated sort of destruction that they do target, because they are aware of the fact that they are different, that they are broken inside. And furthermore, really that they can't not be fixed, because it's just how their brain is wired. It is how they're we don't want to get into a big, is it nature, is it nurture? I mean, we're here just to understand and say it is what it is. Yes, it is deliberate. Yes, it was calculated. Yes, your unhappiness, your destruction is at the end game of this whole situation. And a lot of people can't believe it, because it was so good. We had so much fun. I never had a person who did this for me, did that for me, gave me this gift, took me to the river, took me to the garden, took me on this trip, made me this dinner, was so patient with me. Realize that this is because this person was so empty with you. They were so emptied of feelings that they could just be there physically to observe you and see how hooked in you were, how in love you were, how much affection you gave, how much money you gave, how much whatever it is that you gave. They were there just like an empty vessel, just like an empty vase, just you kept putting in, and then eventually the vase was full, and here you have this magnificent vase, and it's all what you had created. They were basically just there, receiving from you. And furthermore, the loyalty that they had promised or committed, it was all just really a make-believe. And people say, how can this be? How can they play such make-believe? It is their psychology. It is their pathology. It is what makes an individual a psychopath. And they operate in life. They operate oftentimes by violence. And then these are the people who we call hardened criminals, who keep their criminal life going, and they cannot be rehabilitated. These are the people who you find in prison. These are the people you find in jail. These are the people you do not want to find in your life. So if this has occurred, I'm terribly, awfully sorry that you've had to experience this and encounter this. But you can remain unscathed. Yes, the experiences were there, and it might be sort of a scar, or a wound or a hurt, but realize that this is actually a lesson that you have encountered in life, and it's going to make you really, a wiser person, knowing that this is, that these types of people are in life. And furthermore, it will be a lesson to you to then, furthermore, really, truly love and protect yourself from the bottom up, 100%. It should, once you realize that, it should give you 100% self-love after you have experienced this. So you can really, come through this with time. People say, how long does it take to heal? This might take years. This might take several years for you to fully heal and become fully empowered. But that is why I encourage you, whether you have encountered a relationship with a malignant narcissist, a covert narcissist, or a psychopath, I encourage you to make the change rapidly and not procrastinate, and really to look at the areas with which you're procrastinating in. Yes, there is the emotional sort of crippling experience, but furthermore, stop the procrastinating. Stop putting off your life. Stop putting off your life purpose, your destiny, because of this. It is time to move forward. And that means step by step, putting one foot in front of the other, and now emerging with a new map for your life, yourself, which includes all the positive emotions which you might be unfamiliar with, which is joy, happiness, love, bliss, affection, and self-belief and self-trust. And these are now experiences that you can have. Begin to, really meditate and become mindful of this. And really that is your first step, because once you really begin to accept this and ask this of life, life will unequivocally deliver. It is peace and harmony with you here today, and I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.